Good morning, students. Good morning, students. In the last class, we had discussed about the digestion in stomach. Okay, there will be three types of glands which are going to secrete the different components or different substances in the digestion, which is going to take place in the stomach. Next topic, that is composition of gastric secretion. Okay. Next topic, that it is composition of gastric secretion. Next topic in this chapter. See, gastric juice contains water and HCl. See here, gastric juice contains water and acid, hydrochloric acid, that is the HCl. Besides this, they also contain some of the other substances and some of the other enzymes, such as mucin is there, pepsin is there, mucin. This is one. Secondly, enzyme, one of the enzyme, that is the pepsin. Pepsin is the enzyme. And third thing which is present over here is that is the renin. Okay, renin, and one more enzyme along with pepsin, that it is the lipase. Lipase, this is also one of the enzyme. Okay, so see here, enzyme pepsin which acts on the protein, acts on the protein, or for protein digestion, this pepsin is very essential. Okay, the next here, renin. In some species, especially in ruminants or cattle, you will find the renin which acts on casein. Acts on casein. Casein is a milk protein. Casein is what? It is one of the milk protein. Acts on casein. Okay, casein which is present in the milk. So that means whatever in the milk protein, casein will be there for the digestion. The renin will act on that milk. Okay, last one, lipase, which hydrolyzes the. This is also one of the enzyme which hydrolyze the fat. Okay, which hydrolyze the fat. So all these components or substances are present in the present in gastric juices. Along with what? Along with water and HCl. So first we will see about the mucin. Here the mucin, it serves as a buffer to the strong acid. Okay. First, here you see, first is the mucin. It serves the buffer to the strong acid, which is the strong acid, that is the HCl, which is present in the stomach. Strong acids. So it is forming a buffer condition medium in the stomach. Okay. Or what does mucin, the function of the mucin for creating a buffer condition in the stomach means? Here it protects, it acts as a protective barrier. What it will do? It acts as a protective barrier. How? Providing a protection to whom? That it is protective barrier between the stomach and the mucous membrane. Between the stomach and mucous membrane. It is acting as, or it is forming as a protective barrier. If in the absence of mucin, okay, the pepsin in the acidic medium would affect the wall of the stomach. That is why this mucin will act as a protective barrier, so that in the stomach, whatever the stomach wall will be there, which are made up of epithelial cells, that cells may digested by the pepsin and the HCl. Okay, the next that is the pepsin. Second enzyme, pepsin. Here, the pepsin is the most important enzyme in the gastric juice. So it hydrolyzes the protein. It hydrolyzes the protein into, see here, hydrolyzes the protein into what? That is into the protease and peptones. Protease and peptones. Okay, protease and protein gets hydrolysis by which enzyme? That is with the pepsin into what? Protease and peptones. Okay, so here next that is how the pepsin is going to activate it. Pepsin always present in an inactive form. How this pepsin is going to be activated means this pepsin is secreted. It is secreted in an inactive form. In an inactive form. Okay, how it is going to become active, that we will see here. Now see here that pepsin is secreted in an inactive form. Here the pepsin is one of the very important enzyme in the stomach, digestion in the stomach. So pepsin is secreted in an inactivated form, and that inactivated form of pepsin first of all, pepsin is in inactive form, and this inactivated form of pepsin is known as the pepsinogen. Inactivated form of pepsin is known as the pepsinogen. What it is known as? It is known as the pepsinogen. So here, who is going to activate this pepsinogen into pepsin? Means here there is a presence of HCl in what? In the stomach. See here that HCl in the gastric juices, HCl in gastric juices converts this pepsinogen convert the pepsinogen into pepsin. What is that thing which is going to convert from inactivated form to the activated form? That is HCl, which will be already present in the gastric juice. Okay, that HCl is going to convert this pepsinogen into the pepsin. Okay, and that is the hydrogen ion that activates here. Who is in the HCl also? Who is going to activate that pepsinogen? So see here. Pepsinogen here in the HCl, the hydrogen ion. Okay, the hydrogen ion activates pepsinogen. Activates pepsinogen. Okay. The next thing here, it is shown that fact the other acid than HCl has a similar effect, and the H hydrogen ion has converted some pepsinogen into the pepsin. Here, this is the hydrogen ion which converts the pepsinogen, or it gets pepsinogen gets activated in the presence of hydrogen ion to what? To the pepsin. Okay, so this the pepsin becomes active in converted more pepsinogen into pepsin, and this reaction is known as the autocatalytic reaction. This is where the hydrogen ion activating the pepsinogen into pepsin. This reaction altogether, this reaction is known as the autocatalytic reaction. What it is known as autocatalytic reaction. Next we will see what is the pH of this pepsin. Okay, the optimum pH lies in between 1.5 to optimal pH lies in between 1.5 to 2.0. What is the pH of that pepsin? Here it gets activated on the pH of 1.5 to 2.0. Okay, so this is about the pepsin. Next we will see about the renin. Next enzyme, that it is the renin. Next, that it is renin. Next enzyme, that is renin. So let's see about the renin. Third one, that is renin. Here, renin is the another proteolytic enzyme. Proteolytic enzyme. Proteolytic enzyme means which hydrolyzes the proteins. Okay, proteolytic enzyme found in the gastric juice of some animals, not all animals. Found in gastric juice of some animals. And what are that some animals over here means? That is found in the stomach of calves and other ruminants. Found in some animals means that is found in the stomach of calves. Calves means children of the small babies of the cattle, that is cow. Okay, so that is the calves and some ruminants. Ruminants means which eats the grass. Okay, some ruminants. Okay, so in some animals stomach you will find the renin. The next here that the action of renin is to clot the milk. Here, what is the main purpose of the renin? What is the main function of the renin means? That is to clot the milk. So here, the action of renin is to clot the milk. Okay, clot the milk. So renin occurred in the human stomach. Okay, it was thought that renin occurs in the human stomach, but it's now believed that clotting of milk which occur in the human stomach is caused by pepsin or by the acid present in the gastric juice. What that renin? Before, it was thought that renin also found in the human being, in the stomach of human beings. But what happens means that is wrong. Renin will not found, but it is found in the infants, the newborn babies, because there will be no secretion of pepsin, but there will be presence of renin. Okay, and their stomach will be so much sensible and porous, due to which they will absorb the milk. And who is going to digest that milk? That is the renin, which is found in the small infants. So, if an adult man is drinking the milk in the stomach, who is going to digest that milk means that it is the pepsin and HCl. Okay, pepsin clots the milk in human being or in the human adult. Pepsin is going to clot pepsin along with HCl clots the milk. Okay, so then next here it clots the milk at the pH of 5.0. Okay, the next here casein. One more thing, I told you in the infant milk there will be presence of not only in the infant milk, some other milk there will be presence of a protein, that is the casein. This casein is digested by the pepsin plus HCl in a human adult, but in a small infant it is going to be digested by the renin. Okay, the next here renin acts on the protein milk, that it is the casein, changing into this casein under the action of pepsin or renin. This casein gets converted into the para casein. Which form? That it is the para-casein. Okay. So here next comes the fourth type of enzyme, that is the gastric lipase. So let's see about the gastric lipase. So about the lipase, I will continue in the next class.